What is up, guys? Freno1 here, and welcome to my live reaction and review for Detective Conan Chapter 1040 from your Real Madrid Fanatic mother. Alright, guys, so not last week, a couple of weeks ago, basically, we had Uka Memoji basically put out a challenge to Conan and to Heiji. I'm a complete way. And Heiji basically saying, all right, if I can get this other, Heiji and Uka have basically a bet. If she can find someone else who can solve this case faster than him, he'll do one thing that she wants. No questions asked. And we all know what that is. We know she has a massive crush on him. She's probably going to say something like date her or marry her or something along those lines, which we know. Conan, Heiji doesn't have a thing for her. He likes Kazuha. But anyway, let's get straight into this week's chapter. As always, guys, in the link below, you will have the link to the Detective Conan manga at mangarock.com. So you can click on that link and you can follow along with me. But without any further ado, guys, let's get into part 2. West versus East. The race to the resolution of the cipher starts. Sponsored by Uka Memoji. Alright. Okay. On the code, it said, from your Real Madrid Fanatic mother. But apparently, the woman had never watched a single match of football, or soccer as we call it, in her life. This time the mystery is the sheets of code left to the 4 sons by their deceased mother. She'd never watched any soccer at all. So that means we're supposed to pay close attention to the Real Madrid part. That's written in the middle of the code, right? Alright, so they've noticed something about the code. In the first 3 codes, the ad is bolded, but in the last code, the rid is bolded. Why? I don't see Kudo Shinichi anywhere. Can you enlighten me as to why? I messaged him the codes, but he couldn't make it here since he's busy. So Conan-kun and I came here to hear you out instead. However, if Kudo-kun isn't present, it'd be much more advantageous for Heiji-kun, no? It's okay, Shinichi Nichan is on the phone with me right now. Seriously? Seriously? Why Conan-kun again? Seriously, why Conan-kun again? So she's crazy. Well, no matter. Now, as all the information required for this code has been delivered, okay, ready, set, and off we go. So Memoji has started. Let me know when you've solved the code. Between Kudo-kun and Heiji-kun, the one who delivers the answers first will be the winner. I'd like to remind you that someone's safety is at stake here. So you must waste no time in cracking the code. Also, in the case that Hattori-sama loses to Kudo-sama, he'll grant Miss Memoji's wish. Ensure you don't neglect your promise. Yeah, gotcha. What's that about, the wish? Probably just some nonsense or other, so don't you worry about it. Is that so? Now then, why don't we go eat something? After all, it is not said an army marches on its stomach, okay? But why Tokyo as the starting place? The housekeeper who created the 4 sheets of code prior to her death worked at a wealthy person's mansion at the Haido City in Tokyo. That's why I thought the treasure she had been bestowed by her master would also be located in Tokyo. But then, wouldn't the treasure be hidden somewhere in that mansion? If the sons hunted through the mansion for the treasure, it caused trouble for her master. That's why it started in a letter containing the codes that the treasure isn't there. Then what about the hometown of the housekeeper and the sons? They no longer owned a house, since it was sold after the housekeeper's husband passed away due to illness. Afterward, she put the children up for adoption, and she continued to stay in the mansion where she worked as a housekeeper. And it seems the four sons who got separated during their childhood never met each other even once in the past 30 years. Well, I heard only the housekeeper, mum, and the eldest son were communicating with the three younger brothers. Then isn't it possible for some bad guy who happened to hear about the treasure to pretend to be one of the siblings? That's not a problem. Okay. Wonder why. On the palms of the four brothers, it seems there's an identifying mark. Identifying mark? It's a burn mark that they received when they were children. A burn mark? All of them? The story goes that they sustained the injuries protecting the mother from being badly burned. Then it's a mark of honor. Ran-sama, we've been walking for 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Have we not arrived at the intended location yet? I think we'll be there soon. I went there with my friend recently and it was really delicious. Oh, it's that place. Okay, so she's pointing across the road. Hato Pancake Cafe. That cafe's pancakes are really tasty. Such a long queue. Tokyo people are so patient. It's nice to see. That's right. If it's a popular eating place, hour-long waits are common. No, Ran-chan. It's the Kyoto girl's way of... It's the Kyoto girl's way of being mean. She's actually saying these idle bastards want me to waste my time like this? Wait, what? I'm not being mean. I made sure only to insinuate it out of consideration, so as to spare her feelings. But you just ended up hurting her more. Well, it'd be nice if they'd add up the time spent for sequencing and the exhaustion of standing up and subtract them from the price of the food, wouldn't it? Add, subtract, huh? So she's giving them little hints, add and subtract and all that kind of stuff. Every time that she says something, like Conan and Heiji are figuring out a little bit. Warehouse number 4 at Haido Port. Huh? The treasure is there, right? Shinichi Ni-chan. How did you get that? Indeed. Real Madrid was the key to finding the solution. The add is boldened in the first 3 codes. Add could also be read as add. In other words, it tells you to add up the code. So if you overlap the first 3 codes so that the characters are aligned, you get something that looks like a set of letters. Okay? But you can barely make it out. That's why the 4th sheet of code is needed. On the last code, the rid is bolded, right? Rid as in to get rid of, in other words, to subtract from the code, which means we only need to erase the arrow signs from the weird letters that are formed after overlapping the first 3 codes. And just like this, now the letters are readable. Okay? That's what Shinichi Ni-chan said. It's true, I can read Haido Kono Dai for Soko. Impressive. So if we go to the warehouse number 4 at Haido Port, we'd be able to find the treasure. Well, considering they both solved the code at pretty much the same time, this match is a draw, right? Is that really the case? Okay. Since Kono-sama only relayed the answer after Kudo-sama had solved it and informed him, it means he's a tad faster than Hattori-sama, who blurted it out as soon as he solved the code, isn't he? True, Iori. You make a very valid point. No, you're wrong. Kudo also solved the code and immediately, and I also think that Shinichi Ni-chan was a bit faster. Look here, Kudo. I'll expose your identity for real. Just kidding. I was surprised by Heiji Ni-chan's loud voice and said it alongside him without thinking, but both of them solved the code at nearly the exact same time. Well, this is inconvenient. Then how about this? We proceed to warehouse number 4 at Haido Port. The winner will be the one who first figures out the reason why the eldest son suddenly ceased communication. Are those terms agreeable to you? Yeah, I don't mind. Shinichi Nichan says, okay too. So I like it. She's like, shit, how are we going to do this, man? So they jump in the car. But who on earth are you guys? You predicted it would come to this and prepared a car beforehand, didn't you? As well as the bends behind us for Ran Nichin and the others. Well, that's for some other time. Hey, Memoji. This time it all worked out, since Heiji and Kudo-kun instantly solved the code, but after coming all the way to Tokyo, what would you have done if those two were unable to solve it? Indeed, I wonder. So you didn't even consider it. So basically she's figured, like, yeah, they're going to solve it. Heido Port. You're here because you solved the code. Then I'll guide you to warehouse number 4. So, you've been told if anyone comes and shows the code to guide them to that warehouse. Yes. The warehouse was scheduled to be rebuilt this month, but the construction work got delayed at the request of the owner who financed the reconstruction. Right now, no one is using it, so it's empty. Could be that there were people who came here before us. Oh? Earlier this morning, a bearded man came here. Then another man came after him. And just now, 2 men arrived, one after another. 4 people came already? Could they be the 4 brothers? Then everyone has already solved the code. That one. Alright. That's warehouse number 4. Please let me know when you're about to leave. Hey, is anyone there? Jeez. You could at least answer. Okay, so there's 3 guys there. Alright, so this guy, he's dead. So the girls are screaming. Hey, what happened? Tell me. I have no idea. I was caught here by my big bro, but when I got here, he was already... I also got a message from my big brother to come here. I was sent a message by my elder brother too, but when I came here, he was already dead. Okay, so obviously it's one. Then could it be that the three of you are the 3 of the 4 brothers who received a code from their mother? It means the dead person is the eldest son, right? Wait a sec. What's with you guys? We were requested to solve the code in order to ascertain the safety and well-being of your eldest brother. Oh, so you're the acquaintance of the wealthy person our mother worked for as a housekeeper. So, any clues as to the reason your brother ended up like this? Maybe he slipped from there and fell to his death? It's not clear whether it's an accident or a suicide though. Hey, did any of you touch his corpse? No, I didn't touch it. So the other guy hasn't answered. Then it means this was neither an accident nor a suicide. This was a murder. What? It looks like the culprit is amongst the 3 of you. This isn't the time for a competition anymore. You're right. No. The person who first arrives at the truth of this case is undoubtedly the winner, right? The reason Conan and Heiji concluded at a glance that it was a murder is... Okay. We don't know. Interesting. But anyway, guys, just hang on a second. We're going to jump straight into the review. Alright, guys, so chapter 1040 of Detective Conan from your football-loving mother, or from your Real Madrid fanatic mother, whatever one you want to go with. It was an interesting chapter. Basically, we solved the code in this chapter, and it took them to a warehouse, but it was set up in such a way where there was no way for them for Uka Memoji to basically split them. So now it comes down to this. They arrived at the harbour, and there's a dead body, and we find the 4 brothers. The eldest one is dead. How did he die? We do not know, but obviously Hattori and Conan have noticed something and basically realized, no, this wasn't a suicide or an accident or anything. This was actually murder, and that one of the 3 younger brothers is behind it. Things that I found interesting right off the back. Only 2 of the brothers answered whether they touched him or not. Okay, so we don't have names for them yet. Sorry, wrong way. So we've got a guy in a suit, a guy in a jumper, and a guy seemingly in a Hawaiian shirt. Right? So when they ask, the only one who doesn't answer is the one in the Hawaiian shirt. Okay? He's the only one that doesn't answer that he hasn't touched him. So potentially, right off the back, he's a potential lead suspect. Alright? He's the potential lead at the moment. In the lead of, he's the one behind it. Because the other two have said no. One said no, and the other one says, I didn't touch it. So, it could be either the Hawaiian shirt guy or the guy in the suit. Alright, they're what the two I'm leaning towards at the moment. Just because he said I didn't touch it. What is he referring to when it comes to it? And the other guy just didn't say anything at all. Okay? That's the only real clue. The other thing is, seemingly it looks like he landed on the back of his head because all the blood is pulled at the back of his head. So it's got to be like a whack to the back of the head or a push or something along those lines. That's the only thing I can really think as a clue. I'm trying to think what else. Basically, the way they, and also I'm going to explain how they solved the code. The way they solved the code was they have the three codes. Right? When you put them all together and then you might take away the arrows, it basically reveals, I'm going to tell you exactly what it says. I'm just going to have to go back. Where is it? There you go. It says Haido Kono Dai 4 Soko. Right? So basically, the number 4 warehouse at Haido Port is what it is. So basically, when you put it all together and then you take away the arrows, you're able to basically read it. That's how they solve the code. So that's pretty much what went down. We end up going there. We're finding the oldest brother, has been killed. Like I said, I'm currently leaning towards the guy in the Hawaiian shirt, just because when they asked, did any of you touch the corpse, he was the only one who didn't answer. And it kind of looks like he's also stepping back. So it kind of looks like he's like taking a step back. So that's why I'm leaning towards him. But yeah, that's my current assessment of the thing. Obviously, there's going to be a bit more. I think we're not on break next week, which is good. So we'll get a bit more information next week. I'm really looking forward to this. But anyway, guys, overall, for this chapter, I'm going to give it 4 stars. I actually really enjoyed this chapter. Solving the code and everything was really cool. And now we're moving into a murder, and I believe we already got 1 or 2 hints as to who's behind it. And I am leaning towards the guy in the Hawaiian shirt, because the 2 hints that I'm seeing is when they said, has anyone touched him? He doesn't answer, and it also looks like he's taking a step back. So it looks like he's trying to get away, distance himself. So yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards, why I'm leaning towards the Hawaiian guy. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. But I think next week we're going to get a few more clues, a few more hints, and we could probably narrow it down even more specifically. But yeah, overall guys, 4 stars. I really enjoyed this chapter. Solid chapter, very enjoyable. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Let me know in that comment section below what you guys thought. Did you like it? Didn't like it? All that kind of jazz. And as always, guys, I'm Free01. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you guys next week with another live reaction and review. Peace.